just got this letter that was, it's a story that was broken by Adam Schefter, and it has to do with Kyler Murray. Now, I do find it interesting that we received this at 8:45 a.m. this morning. This feels like, let's time this out so we get a lot of run, all the morning shows. And Kyler Murray's agent released this, or at least somebody released this to Adam Schefter. But this is about 8 paragraphs, and it has to do with Kyler Murray and his future with the Arizona Cardinals. Well, as I suspected when we first heard about Kyler Murray, and he was deleting all of the references on his social media with the Arizona Cardinals, and I went, somebody wants to get paid a year earlier. Maybe looks at Josh Allen, goes, well, they took care of him. I've been to 2 Pro Bowls. You know, we weren't any good. Then I came in here. Now we're a playoff caliber team. I want to get paid. Are they all in on me? Now, this is what it feels like. Now I'm gonna paraphrase this, but it's basically through his agent. Kyler Murray is saying, "Hey, I'm committed to you. Are you committed to me? I want to be going to Super Bowls. I'm committed. I want you to commit to me now, this morning." Now, they don't have to do it until next year. So he wants market value. Well, what is market value? Market value now as opposed to next year. And this feels, it's a money grab. And we thought this from the beginning. But if you're going to say, hey, I want my $50 million a year early, and if I'm the Cardinals, I would say, no, we're committed to you. Look at the team we built around you. This is where you go, the court of public opinion. Kyler Murray's committed to the Cardinals. Are the Cardinals committed to him? Question mark. Well, they are. Look at what they did. You know, they got DeAndre Hopkins, Chandler Jones, J.J. Watt. Like, they tried. You know, they just got a coach who doesn't win in the second half of seasons, no matter where he's coaching. But they're improving. They're just not to the point where you go, they're a title contender, playoff contender. And Kyler Murray played well this year. Not great, played well this year. And this just feels like it's a money grab here, and we want to get paid a year early. Which, okay, I understand it, but the team does. That's why you have contracts. If he didn't play well, what if the team said, we're not going to be committed to you? It goes both ways here. Baker Mayfield, hey, he wants to get paid now. Lamar Jackson, well, Lamar Jackson's been an MVP. Patrick Mahomes had won a Super Bowl, been an MVP. He got paid, and he got paid a year early. Now, if Kyler Murray wants to go, hey, I'll give you a team-friendly deal. How about you commit to them and say, how about a team-friendly deal? They'll commit to you, you commit to them. He's going to want $50 million a year. Yes, Eden.
Does this letter land maybe the way it was supposed to?
Maybe in the court of public opinion, not with people who are smart enough to read between the lines here.
Because if you're reading between the lines, essentially you could boil down like the Cliff's Notes version of this is this team was nothing before Kyler got here, and now you pay it. Now you owe him.
Yeah.
You guys were nothing without me.
Yes.
And now you owe me a bunch of money.
Yes.
That's essentially what he's saying.
But they did build around him. It's not like they said, hey, Kyler, you go out there and try to win games on your own. If DeAndre Hopkins doesn't get injured, then maybe we're talking about a different ending to this season for Arizona. But this just feels like, let's release this, leak this at 8:45 Eastern time. So all the morning shows are going to pick up on this. And here's Kyler. Kyler wants to be here. It's a slow day. Like, what is the big topic today? Now it is now. Baseball, you could talk about the lockout, but, people don't want to hear about labor pains. They want to see the baby. They don't care about this. Kyler Murray, now he's kind of, he put the Cardinals on blast, as the kids like to say. Yes,
they refer to Kyler as, quote, rapidly improving. Those aren't the words that like, hey, I'm getting better, so now give me $50 million a year. Because look, I'm getting better every year. What?
Well, you just like you guys, solid and improving.
Solid and improving. Yeah, nobody handed us $50 million.
No, they did not. Yeah. Yes, Paulie.
And you don't even have to read behind the lines. They've taken a lot of shots at the history of the Cardinals. They said he rose them from a 3-win team before his arrival. Their first Super Bowl win in 33-plus years. There's a lot of specific stats about where the Cardinals were before he arrived and since they got there.
Yeah. It's a money grab. I understand it. But, that doesn't mean the Cardinals have to acquiesce to him. But this is definitely hey, let's put this out there. Let's see how the media runs with this. I mean, they may run in a different direction than I am, but this is, Kyler, you performed. You're the number 1 pick in the draft. We were that committed to you. We took a quarterback with the 10th pick the prior draft. We were that committed to you. We brought in the coach that you wanted to play for. We brought in some stars, maybe aging stars, but we brought in stars. We were trying to build a team here, trying to win. I understand that. Do I want to pay Kyler Murray $50 million a year? And I'm throwing this out there. 45, 40, 45. I mean, that's the going rate for a quarterback. 45 million, 50 million. No, not a year early. Because then I would say to Kyler, look, we'd like to spend that money and get you better players, and then you can have a career year, and then you're going to be even more valuable. Or if you want to give us a team-friendly deal, how about that? Like, we commit to you, you commit to us. How about you meet us halfway? That's what I would be curious about. Yes, Eden.
I'm going to guess based on some of this language, that is not on the table.
I don't think so.
Team-friendly, because he says right here, it's like, should they choose to prioritize their rapidly improving 24-year-old already 2-time Pro Bowl quarterback who led the organization from 3 wins before his arrival to 11 wins and their first playoff appearance, or they can choose to financially prioritize committing to other areas. And he basically says you give him all the money and don't worry about everybody else.
Yeah.
It like literally says that.
And it says Kyler desperately wants to win the Super Bowl. How many guys would you say desperately don't want to win a Super Bowl? Like, how many starting quarterbacks in the NFL go, I don't know. How about a playoff appearance?
I mean, it'd be nice,
Yeah.
but it's not like the most important.
No. Get to a second round, but having $50 million a year, I like that better. Yeah, Paul.
You know what people are already picking apart is that, like Seton said, he said rapidly improving quarterback. That's not factually true. 20 touchdowns, 26 touchdowns, 24 touchdowns, basically 11 picks a year. His running stats are about the same. They're very good running stats. But he is not rapidly improving. His quarterback rating is basically the same for his first 3 years.
Okay.
He is also a below 500 quarterback. He's 22, 23, and 1. Now, the past 2 years have been pretty good.
Yeah, I don't need to jump in there. I don't know why there's this need that we always look at, well, the player wants it, you got to give it to him. Sometimes if you're a team and you're trying to have some economic sanity, then, you just wait. Just say, look, we'll be committed to you. But I would put it back on the agent and just say, you come up with a team-friendly deal, and then we'll give that to you a year early. How about that? Get back to us. We are committed to you. You're the one that deleted all references to the Arizona Cardinals. Doesn't sound like a leader to me. And then he felt like he was the scapegoat. That goes along with the territory. That's called being mature and understanding. You are the leader, the number 1 pick. You're expected to be great. And then when things go south, it starts with you. And he's got to understand that.